Assessment plays a critical role in driving curriculum implementation and quality of education.
What the world has said is that regardless of the career, the following 7 core competencies will determine how successful you are going to be in the 21st century. So the first of those competencies is the one that is called communication.
Feedback from educational assessment provides information that forms the basis of curriculum content improvement, enhancement of pedagogies to facilitate effective learning, identification of relevant learning materials, as well as development of policies that guide educational processes.
The key objective of this workshop is the capacity building of teachers and teacher trainers on the development of competency-based assessment items. We will use this opportunity to also pilot the teacher training portal. In the long run, this marks the beginning of a journey on the development of items and tools for our competency-based assessments.
Also, you need to be very keen, because sometime later, the World Bank, through an independent verifier, will sample some of you and call you and ask you questions regarding this training.
The learning experiences, if you look at the curriculum design, they are written suggested. That means they are not exhaustive.
Our target, as usual, as teachers, you look for progress and acquisition, isn't it? So you'll be looking for where there is a problem.
Also say that a multiple choice item is an example of a controlled response type of test. It is controlled in the sense that it has a specific number of options.
Assessment for learning was another gap, that we were measuring more on assessment of learning than assessment for learning. So there is need for us to have assessment for learning to take place.
The teacher is to determine through this assessment tool that he is going to use to assess his learners the extent to which his learners have achieved those specified learning outcomes.
Looking forward to having a database of contracted professionals who are professional teachers teaching at either primary or teacher training level, whom we are going to use to develop for us assessment tools once we operationalize our item bank.
The Kenya National Examinations Council undertakes to develop quality standardized assessment tools and also build capacity of teachers in assessment to facilitate effective assessment practices in schools.
When you do an exam that is credible, even you have self-esteem.
KNEC is moving from pen and paper testing to competency-based assessment and embracing e-assessment. So we thought, taking all that into consideration, we would train our teachers in a different way.
KNEC has annually been training teachers in various regions and counties. In January 2023, KNEC advertised for training of teachers and teacher trainers on setting and moderation of competency-based assessment tools for primary education, teacher education, as well as for learners with special needs in the stage-based pathway.
Students learn and acquire information in very different ways, and therefore learning experiences, the teaching that we conduct in our classes should be flexible and individualized. Do we do that in our class?
There's now what we are calling descriptors. The ones we have said they should be able to discriminate the learners between the 4 levels.
The advertisement received 3,200 applications, from where 635 teachers were shortlisted based on specified criteria that considered gender, regional balance, learning areas, disability, among others. KNEC conducted a successful residential training from Monday 24th April 2023 to Saturday 29th April 2023 at Kahuhia Girls High School in Murang'a County, where 605 teachers and teacher trainers were taken through a rigorous training and equipped with skills for setting and moderating quality competency-based assessment tools.
We have been trained in assessment and setting and moderation assessment, and the facilitators have really helped us.
I'm sure it assisted me a lot in doing my task of imparting competencies to my teacher trainees. Thank you so much.
The training is very useful for me and also for those people whom I left behind. We gained a lot of information on testing and assessment, especially on the assessment of the CBC and the CBA. The information we got will be very useful because that is the way we are going to use it in our field, in the schools, in the colleges where we are teaching. And we shall learn all the test specification methods, how to set, how to moderate, what to be looking for in a test, the qualities of a good test. All those information are going to be helpful to me and the people at the home. So I'm very thankful to KNEC for facilitating this workshop.
I've been attending a workshop hosted by KNEC, the Kenya National Examination Council, at Kahuhia Girls. My experience has been good. I've really enjoyed the learning, I've enjoyed the lessons. We've had wonderful facilitators. They've explained to us what needed to be explained in a way that we were able to understand. And I hope there will be a next time because it was a wonderful time of even interacting with fellow teachers. Thank you.
KNEC endeavors to continually empower teachers in order to maintain credible and effective assessment practices to improve the quality of education in Kenya.
We hope that in one way or another we have been able to make a difference in your lives as far as teaching and assessment is concerned.
So when you will be moving out of this place by the end of the week, you will be talking in another language, in another discourse. You know this item, not this question. When others in the staff room are talking of questions, unauliza as in the item was not well, yeah.
For effective assessment of our learners, we must ensure that the quality of items which are being used to assess our learners are of international standards. To ensure that this takes place, KNEC has been retooling teachers in preparation for the assessment in the CBA.
We are looking forward to these teachers utilizing the skills that they have learned, equipping others with the skills, sharing knowledge, and implementing the assessment appropriately in schools, because quality assessment is our priority number one.